Hello students, today we are going to discuss chapter electrochemistry. It is a very important chapter for JEE as well as for your boards. So as it very much clear from the name itself, electrochemistry. In this chapter we are going to study about electrical as well as chemical energy. Electrochemistry, electrical and chemical energy. So what is electrochemistry? It is actually a branch of chemistry which deals with the interconversion of electrical and chemical energy. Interconversion means if we have chemical energy, naturally if we have some chemical reaction, the reaction will produce some chemical energy. The chemical energy can be converted into electrical one way, and another way electrical energy can also be converted into chemical. We will study this in detail. Now see the next slide. In this slide there is example of conversion of chemical energy into electrical. Its very good example are the batteries, cells which we use in our wall clocks, watches. What happens here? The chemical energy of the cells. In cells there are some chemicals which undergo chemical reaction. The energy produced during the chemical reaction is called chemical energy. With help of some device which we will study, which is known as electrochemical cell, with that device the chemical energy of the reaction is converted into electrical energy. With that electrical energy wall clocks operates. So it's an example of, here are the cells. These cells are actually electrochemical cells. They help us in conversion of chemical energy. Chemical energy comes from the chemicals present in the cells. They undergo chemical reaction and produce chemical energy. That chemical energy is converted into electrical energy, with the help of which our wall clocks operates. Now in the next slide there is example of conversion of electrical energy to chemical. Means if we give electrical energy from some external source, with help of that electrical energy chemical reaction can be made to happen which otherwise would not have happened. Its very good example is that of electroplating. Like in the pictures we can clearly see, in the first picture is that of headlights of a car. On the headlights some metal plating is done, some metal is coated. In the second picture gold plating is done on car. Now during this plating what happens actually, we give electrical energy and with help of that electrical energy gold is plated on the car. Actually gold प्लेटिंग कैसे की जाती है? केमिकल रिएक्शन होता है. द रिएक्शन जो अपने आप नहीं होता बट रिएक्शन को करवाया जाता है विद हेल्प ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी. सो फ्रॉम these two slides the conclusion is that chemical energy can be converted to electrical and electrical energy can be converted to chemical. We will study first this type of conversion in detail, that which cell is used for this type of conversion, which chemical principles are involved, how actually the conversion takes place. Electrochemical cell. We have seen that chemical energy can be converted into electrical, no doubt, but for that conversion we need a device, we need some apparatus. That apparatus is known as electrochemical cell, the cell which converts chemical energy into electrical energy. Now chemical energy, naturally chemical energy कहाँ से आएगी? Chemical energy will come from some type of reaction. Okay, that reaction must be spontaneous as well as redox. What is meant by these two terms we are going to discuss. So basically what is electrochemical cell? Electrochemical cell एक डिवाइस है, इट इज़ अ डिवाइस विच कन्वर्ट्स chemical energy of a reaction into electrical energy. अब वो रिएक्शन कैसा होना चाहिए? द रिएक्शन मस्ट बी स्पॉन्टेनियस एंड रिडॉक्स. Only if the reaction is spontaneous and redox, the chemical energy of that type of reaction can be converted into electrical. So we will see what is meant by these two terms, what is meant by redox and what is meant by spontaneous. So let's discuss first what is meant by redox. You must have studied this in 11th also. Let me remind you. Let's discuss first the term redox. Redox reaction. We have seen the reaction must be redox reaction. Only the chemical energy of spontaneous redox reaction can be converted into electrical. Redox reaction is the reaction in which reduction and oxidation occurs simultaneously. What is meant by this line? Redox reactions are those reactions in which reduction and oxidation occur simultaneously. Means in one reaction reduction bhi ho and oxidation bhi ho. Now let me remind you what is reduction and oxidation. We have studied in +1 many times. Let me remind you again. What is reduction? Reduction means gain of electrons. Reduction is gain of electrons. Let's take some examples. Suppose we have copper ions. Copper +2 is there. They gain 2 electrons and change to copper neutral. So in this reaction, what is happening? There is gain of electrons. Copper ions are gaining 2 electrons, changing to copper. Let's take more example. Sulfur +2 electron changing to sulfide ions. Again there is gain of electrons. So these are example of reduction. Reduction means gain of electrons. Now oxidation. Please take the notes also. Note every line on your notebook which I am writing on this whiteboard. And slides, I will also send you the slides. All the information written in the slides will be available to you. I can also send you the handwritten PDF notes if you want. Now let me explain you the oxidation. It's opposite of reduction. What will be opposite of reduction? Reduction is gain of electrons. Oxidation is loss of electrons. Loss of electrons, like zinc changing to zinc ions +2 electrons. Loss of electron is called oxidation. Sodium loses how many electrons? 1 electron. So these are example of oxidation, these are example of reduction. There is one shortcut to remember this. The shortcut is oil rig. Oil rig means oxidation is losing electrons and reduction is gaining. Oxidation is losing, reduction is gaining. Oxidation is losing, reduction is gaining what? Electrons. So individually we have studied what is reduction and oxidation. Now the reactions in which both reduction as well as oxidation occur simultaneously, साथ साथ में हो, that type of reactions are called redox. Example, So I'm saying you again, please take notes. Redox reaction example is zinc plus copper sulfate. It's very common example, you must have heard many times. Now what is happening in this reaction? Zinc is changing to zinc ions. Basically in zinc sulfate there will be zinc ions. So zinc is changing to zinc ions. Let me write in another way. Actually this is happening in this reaction. If we see only ions. Now see, zinc is changing to zinc ions. This is happening, means it's loss of electrons, means oxidation is taking place. Copper ions are changing to copper. Copper ions are changing to copper. How? They are gaining electrons and changing to copper. So in this reduction is taking. So it's an example in which both oxidation and reduction taking place simultaneously. So this is example of redox. Such type of reactions are called redox reactions. So actually we were discussing electrochemical cell. In electrochemical cell, chemical energy of which reaction will change to electrical? The reaction must be of this type. This type means the reaction must be redox in nature. Means in the reaction, reduction and oxidation must be occurring simultaneously. This is one condition. Now another condition written was the reaction should be spontaneous. Let me show you again. See, this was our slide. It is a device used to convert chemical energy of a spontaneous redox reaction into electrical. Now what is meant by spontaneous? Spontaneous, you must have heard, spontaneous reactions have delta G negative. What is delta G? It gives free energy change. Spontaneous reactions are actually those reactions which take place by themselves. No external force is required. The reactions occurs by themselves, and for those type of reactions gives free energy is negative. So two conditions are clear to you. What are the conditions for conversion of chemical energy to electrical? What type of chemical reactions must be there? The reactions must be redox as well as spontaneous. Okay. Now the point written in green is electrochemical cells are also known as galvanic cell as well as voltaic cell. They are after the names of the scientists who discovered these cells. So remember this, electrochemical cells are also known as galvanic cells or voltaic cells. Now, so electrochemical cells are clear to us. Now next is construction of electrochemical cell. Now what is Daniell cell? We will explain it. Before doing the construction of electrochemical cell, we will discuss some points. What are the points? We will discuss what is meant by direct and indirect redox reactions. Direct and indirect redox reactions क्या होते हैं? Let's discuss. They will play an important role and will help us to understand construction of electrochemical cell, how electrochemical cells are made in actual. Now first is direct redox reaction. We already know what is redox reaction. The word direct. Direct redox reaction will be those in which reduction and oxidation. We know for redox, reduction and oxidation must occur simultaneously, and direct means in which reduction and oxidation occurs in same vessel. Occurs in same vessel. Such type of redox reactions are called direct redox reactions. Let me take an example. Let us suppose we have a beaker. In the beaker we have taken copper sulfate solution. Actually copper sulfate aqueous solution is blue in color. copper sulfate aqueous solution, and in this copper sulfate solution we have dipped a zinc rod. We have dipped a zinc strip or zinc rod, you can say. What will happen? Is there will be any reaction? Yes, there will be a reaction, and what will form will be zinc sulfate plus copper. There will be some change also. We can see that after some time zinc sulfate solution's blue color will fade. So first observation will be blue color will fade after some time. This is the first observation, that blue color will fade. Now second observation will be, we can see some red deposit, reddish brown actually. We can see some red deposits on zinc rod. These will be two observations after some time. Actually what happens is, due to this reaction zinc rod will get changed to zinc ions. Zinc ions will go into the solution, and copper ions from the solution will take electrons which are being lost by zinc and get changed to copper. Copper will deposit here and zinc rod will get dissolved after some time. In this reaction zinc is changing to zinc sulfate and copper sulfate is changing to copper. If we see the reaction, actually what is happening is zinc plus copper ions changing to zinc ions plus copper. Actually this is taking place in this reaction. Zinc changing to zinc ions, zinc of the metal rod, zinc rod are coming into the solution and changing to zinc ion, and copper ions from the solution are gaining electrons and getting deposited on the zinc rod. Oxidation is also occurring and reduction is also occurring, so this is redox. Moreover, both reduction and oxidation are taking place in the same vessel. That is why this is example of direct redox reaction. Now why we are studying this? Actually in case of direct redox reaction, the chemical energy, reaction is taking place, reaction is spontaneous as well as redox. Chemical energy will be produced. Actually chemical energy is dissipated in form of heat. We are not able to exploiting our chemical energy to form electrical energy. In the direct redox reaction we are not able to change chemical energy into electrical. Why? Because electrical energy means we have to create flow of electrons, and in direct redox reactions there are very small distances over which the electron can move. So we will do some arrangement that electrons which are being lost by zinc and which are to be gained by copper travel some distance. We will do some kind of arrangement that reduction and oxidation will take place in different vessels, so that the chemical energy produced during the reaction will get converted to electrical. What is happening in this case? Chemical energy is dissipated in the form of heat. We can see that after some time the beaker will become hot. So in case of direct redox reaction we are not able to convert chemical energy into electrical energy. So we have to form indirect redox reaction. Like we will do some kind of arrangement. Which kind of arrangement? Let's see. I'll give you an idea. Some kind of arrangement. This kind of arrangement we will make. In one beaker we will do zinc setup, in another beaker we will do copper setup, and we will place some electrodes. Here we will place some voltmeter. I'll explain it to you in detail. So I'm giving you just some idea that here we will do oxidation, electrons will move over large distances, so that chemical energy of the reaction, the same reaction will take place here also, but in the indirect way. In one beaker we will made oxidation to be done, in the another beaker we will made reduction to be done, so that the electrons will move over longer distances and electrical energy can be created. This type of reaction will be known as indirect redox reaction. So what is indirect redox reaction? That reduction and oxidation are taking place in separate vessels. With the help of indirect redox reactions, we will be able to construct electrochemical cell.